Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakernomics, and in today's episode we are talking about sneakers that are going to die in 2023. Now I know that sounds a little bit ominous and a little bit hyperbolic, and to be fair, that's not that far off the mark really. It's quite provocative, which makes for a good title and or thumbnail, and it's quite controversial, which means you may well be encouraged to hear out what I have to say. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be interested in these sneakers, nor should you refrain from buying them. Like, do what you want, buy what you like, and wear what you like. What I'm saying here is that these are going to die nonetheless. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe, and if you like this video, feel free to drop it a like. And so let's get into it. The first sneaker up is the New Balance 550. The New Balance 550 is like the definitive example to point to when you are talking about a sneaker trend. The shoe kind of turns up out of nowhere, becomes incredibly popular, they sell out, you cannot find them for love nor money, and then it just feels like everybody has got a pair. The 550 has gone on to be a pseudo-certified hood classic. If your hood happens to be the organic grocery store, or maybe like a craft beer merchant. Like, I actually got into 550s a little bit myself. I even got myself a tote bag and a fisherman's beanie at one point. Then I came to realize that the New Balance 550 is pretty shit. They look really poor from the top down, and they just seem a little bit goofy and awkward, so I got rid of mine. I feel like at this point they are thoroughly played out. We have seen all of the different potential colorways. The collabs have started to go a little bit stale and drab, and now that they are sitting and are available, I feel like they are ripe for ultimate decay in 2023. The next sneaker is the New Balance 2002R. I feel like this sneaker, much like the 550, has been largely responsible for the popularity of New Balance over the past couple of years, and I'm certainly not gonna lie, they are comfortable and they are good value for money, which are two features that I think justify their popularity. It just feels like at this point they have completely rinsed out all of the available colorways for the shoe. They have played on the success of the protection pack by bringing out more protection packs, and it just kind of feels like now the 2002R has run its course. People are now coming around to the idea that they're not actually that good looking. Minus the trend that they are caught up in, they're pretty horrible to look at, really. Next up, we've got the Air Force One. Of course, they're not going to die completely. The Air Force One has been popular for years now. It's one of those staple classics that will never really go out of style. But this past year, we saw unprecedented popularity of the Air Force One, particularly the all whites and the all black, wherein you couldn't even buy a pair of all white Air Force Ones, which is crazy to me. I think people in 2023 are going to be sufficiently sated with the Air Force One to the point where it is no longer trending, and therefore they're going to be dead. Next up, Jordan 1s. Jordan 1s have been on a slide now, you could argue for a couple of years, where they have been in a state of steady decay. But I feel like in 2023, they are going to be put in the coffin. This year, we saw the release of the reimagined or the lost and found, the Chicago ones, which I feel was the last Jordan 1 that people were holding out for, the last chance for Nike to extract the last bit of meaning from the trend. And now that the Chicago has been and gone, people could care less about the Jordan 1s in 2023. Next up, Nike Dunks. Like, these are zombie shoes. They just don't seem to be able to die.
Don't you die!
People have already gone off Dunks to a certain extent, with certain colorways still available in stores and sitting in a lot of places. And so I see the Nike Dunk trend finally falling off in 2023. Next up, Yeezys. 2023 is going to be an awkward year to wear Yeezys. There are going to be some loyal stans who are going to stay committed to wearing Yeezy designs out of just sheer loyalty. Then there's going to be the people on the other side who dislike Yeezy and have disavowed him completely. And then there are people out there who are able to sort of separate the design from the artist and will continue to wear Yeezys just because they like the design and or the comfort. Either way, I think foam runners, I think slides, I think 350s, I think all Yeezy models are dead in 2023. Jordan 4s. This is a bit of a controversial one and a little bit of a hot one because the Jordan 4, much like the Jordan 1, much like the Jordan 3, much like the Nike Dunk, the Air Force 1, is a pretty solid shoe in terms of the aesthetic and in terms of its like timelessness. But I think we've had a pretty solid ride with the Jordan 4 now for a good couple of years. Even mid colorways like Red Thunders and Infrareds have been selling out and reselling. And there are one or two questionable colorways in the pipeline for the Jordan 4 next year that I think might corrode away some of the fanaticism that most sneakerheads have for the model. And so I can see the Jordan 4 maybe not dying next year, but definitely starting to fall off. Just because I think these sneakers are going to die doesn't mean I don't like them or think that they are cool. I just don't think that they are going to be trending in the same way that they have been trending over the past year or two, hence why I've put them on the list. Right, so there we have it. That is my list of sneakers that I think are going to die in 2023. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know what you think in the comments. I would be interested to hear your opinions. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like, and if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I have more of these types of vids upcoming. Thank you all very much once again for watching. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace.